Let's look at this code here. We've set red to be our red LED here. Right underscore PB is our right push button. And what we've done is we've set red equals 1, which is going to turn off our red LED. And that's why we see down here our LED is off to start. Then we're going to go into a for loop here. And if this condition is not true, it's just going to go down and keep going through the for loop until when we've actually pressed our right push button. Notice what it's done here is it's changed the value for red, which was 1, now to 0, so the red LED is on. And then it's sitting on this line here. Notice I'm still holding the push button. And what happens here, if the right push button is pressed, that means this is a 0. Exclusive word with a 1 makes it 1, and it's equal to 1. It's going to stay here until I release it. And when I release it, this is now a 1 because I'm not pushing the push button. Exclusive word with 1 is 0, and which is not equal to that. So it's actually sitting back up here in our for loop again, waiting for this if statement. So this while loop here is waiting for the actual push button to go from a press state to an unpressed state. And when it does, it actually comes back up here and it's going to change the state. So push on, push off, push on, push on, push off. And that's the way it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to another while loop. One of the things you should remember about microcontrollers is they execute every instruction in about a fraction of a millionth of a second or a fraction of a microsecond. Whereas our fastest human reaction time to push this button here is 100,000 microseconds or 0.1 seconds. So instead of putting timing in here, it's basically saying when I release the push button, then I go back and check here. But when I press it, it changes, does this, and it's waiting for me to release. And when I release, it goes back here, and it's still not getting past here until I press it again. And that's how this program works. Now what I've done here is I've replaced our if statement with a while. And notice again the semicolon at the end, which means this is not a typical while where you have brackets and inside the brackets it changes the condition. The actual device is going to change state here and it's waiting for it to change state. Now what it's saying is while right push button not equal to 0. What it means is while the right push button has not been pressed, it's going to sit here forever until I press it. And as soon as I do, you can see that the red LED has actually changed state. And again, it's waiting for me in this while statement for me to release it. And again, it's still sitting in that state, waiting for me then to push the push button again. And it works exactly as the other code did. Now, one of the things you'll find is that these brackets can be removed because this while statement is just sitting here. So whether these brackets are here or not isn't changing anything, but you do need them for the if statement. And put in the if statement, those brackets are indeed necessary, but not while we're using the while statement. And so you can see that the while statement is equivalent to if our right push button equals 0 with these brackets here.